Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about Mars in the 11th house in the natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the Mars placements in the houses. They were a little bit concise, and some people may have referred to them as snappy. So what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing is, well, Mars in the 11th house is comparable to Mars in Aquarius, but naturally you got to blend it in the zodiac sign. Um, if Mars in Leo in the 11th house could be different than Mars in Aquarius in the 11th house, as an example. Now, Mars in astrology is connected with our drive and motivation. So when you have Mars posited in the 11th house in the natal chart, a lot of that drive and motivation may be injected in matters with friends, groups, clubs, organizations, the attainment of one's objectives, goals, and aspirations, making money from one's career or business. It may be doing things associated with innovation, ingenuity, astrology, computers, electronics, astronomy, as some examples. There may be some very strong interest in, say, aviation or meteorology, even. And the thing about Mars in astrology is that it's also associated with our vitality and energy. So there may be a lot of vitality and energy that one brings in the attainment, again, of one's objectives, one's goals, aspirations, um, the future. And there may be a lot of courage in terms of going after one's future. A lot of energy may be brought, injected into humanitarian, selfless, altruistic endeavors. It can be also to, as far as activities that are with friends, that are with groups, clubs, organizations, environmental matters. This is where the person may bring a lot of their vitality to 11th house fields, again, whether it could be astrology, astronomy, innovation, new technology, uh, meteorology, aviation, as some examples. Now, Mars is also connected with physical injuries, so keep in mind the 11th house corresponds with the zodiac sign Aquarius, so there may be physical injuries associated with the ankles, the shins, the calves, the nerves. Um, there may be issues with the circulation system, or it could be through electricity or electric shocks. It might be performing humanitarian, selfless, altruistic endeavors as well. It may be doing something group related. It may be something that occurs due to some unusual or bizarre situation. I'm not saying somebody's going to walk into a bear trap, that has displacement, but you understand what I'm saying. It could be through some, kind of unexpected means as well. And keep in mind that Mars is connected with accidents. And 11th house is Aquarius, so in the zodiac sign Aquarius does have connection with accidents. So there may be just a general little more propensity for accidents, more so than the average person. Now, Mars in astrology is also associated with actions. Now, when you have Mars posited in the 11th house in the natal chart, many of those actions, may be geared toward friends, groups, clubs, organizations. It may be for the attainment of objectives, goals, aspirations. Um, it could be altruistic endeavors, doing things with a lot of selflessness, altruism, doing things, humanitarian interests. They may be, actions that are, just connected, with going after one's future. It could be A lot of actions that are done with the means of moving forward, not looking back. Um, could be, actions that are, associated with innovation, astrology, astronomy, meteorology, aviation, and also in order to generate money from one's career or business as well. And the thing about displacement, having Mars in astrology, is associated with sex and sexual partners. So when you have Mars positive in the 11th house in the natal chart, the sex that one may have be somewhat unorthodox or unusual, even bizarre. It may be through the means of new technology. This person may have some interest, in electronic, type, sexual toys, or the thing about this is too, when you have this placement again, Mars being connected with sex and sexual partners, there may be a person may be ingenious in matters of sex, going outside the box, so to speak. There may be an interest in some kind of cyber or virtual sex. It can be where sex can often be spontaneous and unpredictable. It may be something where there's not, like a lot of planning or premeditation prior, to sexual, interludes or what have you. There may be more, emphasis on freedom and independence in sexual related matters as well. The sexual partner, his or herself, may be someone that is, ingenious or eccentric, unorthodox, considered, unobtrusive, person that may be very, freedom oriented, may have a little bit of the rebel in him or her as well. Now, Mars in astrology is also associated with physical strength, so there may be more, physical strength required, for 11th house matters more so than most people. Like, say, doing things, work associated with electronics, computers, friends, humanitarian endeavors, acts of altruism and selflessness, doing things that are group related. It could be environmental things, um, projects that involve clubs, organizations, as some examples. It could be something with robotics as well, as some examples, because I would say that's an 11th house field. Now, Mars in astrology is also, it's connected with acrimony, combat, anger. So if you have Mars positive in the 11th house in the natal chart, there may be more anger, directed at friends, people that are prominent in groups, clubs, organizations. Anger may be somewhat unpredictable and spontaneous. Some cases, these people may be mad at humanity or society for some reason. It could be anger and even impatience in matters that are pertaining to the attainment of one's objectives, aspirations, and goals. Um, it could be you know it could be more anger that's associated with the death of the less dominant parent. Keep in mind this is eight houses from the fourth. Now another thing about Mars in the 11th house in the chart, Mars is connected with enthusiasm. So people that have this placement may have more enthusiasm, that are that's connected with attaining goals, aspirations, objectives, matters with innovation, um, friends, friend-related activities, activities that involve groups, clubs, organizations, just going after one's future, being progressive and being futuristic in general. Doing things, 11th house related fields, whether it's meteorology, aviation, astrology, astronomy, um, electronics, computers as some examples. humanitarian endeavors, things that require selflessness and altruism. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.